Hey, what's going on, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite receivers to take late in drafts. I really like these players in best ball leagues, but I also really like targeting them in season-long leagues. These are players that typically go past the 9th or 10th round. So let's get right into it. First off, I have Jamison Crowder. He's probably my favorite receiver on this list. He's currently going as wide receiver 43, and his average draft position is 117. He has a really high floor, and he has pretty good upside. The Jets lost Robbie Anderson in free agency. They did sign Brashad Perriman and they drafted Denzel Mims, but Crowder is pretty much the only receiver on the Jets that already has an established connection with Sam Darnold. With the way that this offseason has been, it's going to be pretty tough for Perriman and Mims to develop a connection with Darnold before the season starts. Crowder suffered some injuries last year, but still in 12 games, he had 830 receiving yards along with 6 touchdowns. The Jets do have a tough schedule in this upcoming season, so I expect them to be behind in a lot of games. This should lead to more pass attempts and more passes going Crowder's way. As long as Crowder stays healthy, I see him having about 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns next season. Next up, I have Anthony Miller. He's currently going as wide receiver 54, and his average draft position is 150. He's going behind guys such as Robbie Anderson, Henry Ruggs, and Mike Williams. Personally, I would take Miller over all those guys. Miller really just needs to stay healthy to be successful. He had 650 receiving yards last year, but missed some time due to injuries. I expect new QB Nick Foles to be starting for the Bears. Foles is definitely an upgrade over Mitch Trubisky. The overall offense, I do believe, is going to be better with Foles at QB. Foles, over his career, has averaged 7 yards per pass attempt, and he's had a track record of loving to throw to the slot receiver, which is where Miller is primarily going to play this upcoming season, and where he has been playing. The Bears did cut Taylor Gabriel this offseason, so Miller will be the second main receiver on the team behind Allen Robinson. Next up, I have Allen Lazard. His current average draft position is 182. He's wide receiver 65. He's going behind players such as N'Keal Harry and Brandon Ayuk. I would take him over both those guys. Lazard will most likely be the second wide receiver on the Packers. Lazard has pretty much already built a connection with Aaron Rodgers, playing towards the end of last season more. Rodgers has even said that Lazard is becoming an ascending player. The team did add Devin Funchess to a small contract, so they're not expecting much from him. The Packers lost tight end Jimmy Graham and wide receiver Geronimo Allison in free agency, and they only added third-round tight end Josiah DeGuara, who was drafted from a really weak tight end draft class this last draft. So their main targets are pretty much Aaron Jones in the backfield, Davante Adams, Allen Lazard, and then either Marcus Valdes-Scantling or Equanimeous St. Brown. I do expect Lazard to make a big leap in 2020. Next, I have Hunter Renfrow. His current average draft position is 173, and he's going as wide receiver 62. This upcoming season is going to be his second season in the NFL. He had a pretty good season in 2019 with 600 receiving yards in 13 games. Receivers typically do make a big jump in their second year, so I do expect Hunter Renfrow to top over 800 yards next season. Derek Carr, for his career, has averaged 6.9 yards per pass attempt. Carr loves targeting slot receivers, which is where Hunter Renfrow primarily plays. The team did add a first-round pick speedster, Henry Ruggs, who's going to help open up the field more for Renfrow. Renfrow should lead the team in targets, with Henry Ruggs being more of the deep threat and Waller attracting more defensive attention. The last 2 games of last season, Hunter Renfrow actually went for over 100 yards in both games and a touchdown in each game. Carr and Renfrow seem to have already established a connection with one another. My last player, I have Mecole Hardman of the Kansas City Chiefs. He didn't really play much last year, but this season he will be the third receiver on the team. Sammy Watkins, who's the second receiver on the team, has suffered a lot of injuries over the years. So if something happens to him, if Watkins gets hurt, I could see Mecole Hardman becoming the second receiver on the team. They still do have a lot of weapons on the Chiefs team with tight end Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, but Mecole Hardman could become that third guy. Hardman is one of the fastest players in the league, and he's playing with the best QB and best deep ball thrower in the league with Patrick Mahomes. I do believe Mecole Hardman will have some massive weeks in fantasy, but he'll also have some really bad bust weeks. I do like Mecole Hardman more in best ball leagues, but he also is a nice late-round pick in season-long as well. The special teams coordinator of the Chiefs, Dave Taub, has also said that he doesn't think Hardman will play much of a role in special teams anymore, which most of the time means that the player will be more involved on offensive plays. I believe that head coach Andy Reid will find ways to utilize Hardman's speed and get him the ball. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content, and comment down below what other videos you'd like to see.